people having sex in the pool, people laying on our wine bars naked, people having sex on the balcony.
Oprah Winfrey, once America's beloved talk show queen, has suddenly vanished, sparking rumors of a deepening scandal. Diddy was arrested, his glamorous, high-profile lifestyle hiding darker ties. Oprah's whereabouts remain a mystery. The FBI, reportedly investigating shady underground dealings, is now focusing on her, raising questions about her possible involvement. Despite her carefully curated public image, evidence suggests Oprah may be entangled in this web of secrecy. Diddy, who was allegedly linked to high-stakes parties and covert operations, may not be the only celebrity with skeletons in the closet. With new footage surfacing, it appears Oprah could be at the heart of this growing scandal, leaving many to wonder, what has she been hiding?
Yesterday, I was all the way across the country, and I was hiking on a Sunday afternoon, and I met a woman named Angela, who told me that she was going to sit this one out. Now, I know she was immediately sorry she told me that, because I would not let up. So I said, sit this one out. We don't get to sit this one out.
Whispers began circulating when it was revealed that Diddy may have been hiding damning tapes involving underage celebrities in compromising situations. The shocker, Oprah Winfrey, of all people, allegedly paid a staggering $75 million for these tapes, while the exact reason a billionaire media mogul would want such footage remains unclear. It raises serious questions. This revelation is casting a dark shadow over Oprah's previously pristine public image, leaving many to wonder about her true involvement.
Security cameras in all the halls, and seeing that person sneak out around 2 a.m. was definitely a little suspicious. The most shocking example was an incident where the wedding was around 2 p.m.-ish that day. Come nightfall, one of our event staff slept with the wife and ended up getting caught. It turned into quite a big deal with screaming and shouting and all this stuff. He hid in a bathroom in a supply closet until the heat died down, and then he just walked into the front office and walked out like nothing ever.
If things weren't already messy enough, Jaguar Wright's explosive accusations have only added fuel to the fire. Wright, known for speaking her mind, sometimes too much, has been calling out high-profile figures like Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and now Oprah, accusing them of hiding dark secrets and even dirtier deeds. Though some of her claims have landed her in hot water, Piers Morgan even had to apologize for airing her allegations on his show. Oprah's name keeps getting dragged through the mud. Social media is ablaze with rumors that Oprah has been spending millions to cover up unspeakable acts, fueling the speculation even further. It's all adding up. Oprah's sudden disappearance following Diddy's arrest, the shady connections, and now these troubling accusations. No wonder people are putting two and two together.
This lady has been doing for quite some time. She is grabbing
shotgun approach.
Well, no, she's grabbing the salacious and very obvious headlines and expounding on them with, and again, I'm only saying this because I heard her say out of her mouth that she saw a video of Stevie J and Joe Budden. So I know.
It's almost surreal how quickly things can change. One minute, Oprah Winfrey was America's trusted friend, the woman everyone tuned into every weekday afternoon. She made people laugh, cry, and think, and somehow convinced them to buy $400 blenders. But now that friendly face is under suspicion for shady backroom dealings, with rumors that she may have used her fortune to cover up things. No one wants to discuss. If there's nothing to hide, why the sudden disappearance? Oprah isn't just laying low, she's reportedly being actively hunted by the FBI. This isn't about overdue library books. Serious accusations are swirling, and it's not just the public that's asking questions. Even Piers Morgan, known for his controversial takes, was forced to backpedal after airing Jaguar Wright's explosive accusations about Oprah. Lawyers got involved, threats of lawsuits flew, and the footage was pulled faster than you can blink. Clearly, something bigger is at play here.
Jaguar Wright unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyoncé during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves.
If Oprah is truly as squeaky clean as she's portrayed, why is she suddenly fleeing the country? The woman known for her book club and giving away cars seems an unlikely fugitive. Online chatter has been relentless since the rumors began. Some argue that powerful figures like Oprah, Diddy, and Jay-Z are being targeted due to their success, but others suggest that not all their wealth was earned with the purest of intentions.
This vacation with all of you guys at Palazzo Fuji was so meaningful to me because it was a full circle moment to be able to take all of my friends on vacation. It was really
I said, Kirby and I will pay for our part. She goes, absolutely not.
And I said, okay.
One thing is certain, when the FBI gets involved, it's rarely just a misunderstanding. Now, Oprah Winfrey, once America's beloved figure of trust, is a fugitive. And people are drawing unsettling comparisons to the Jeffrey Epstein scandal, a comparison that's not as far-fetched as it might seem. In today's world, where misinformation is rampant and anyone with a smartphone can play detective, it's easy to get lost in the noise. But sometimes where there's smoke, there's fire. Oprah may have brushed off rumors before, like the time people claimed her house had been raided by the FBI. But this is no mere conspiracy theory. There's an active FBI investigation, and Oprah's sudden disappearance only raises more questions. In a twist that seems straight out of a crime drama, it turns out Oprah might have been hiding more than just her well-known avocado obsession. After all, it's not exactly normal for someone to have their own avocado orchard just because they find avocados too expensive. Is this just another eccentricity of a billionaire? Or is it a symbol of the kind of life Oprah has lived? One, far removed from the rest of us? With a multi-billion-dollar empire, Oprah has always had the means to make problems disappear. But now, the timing of her disappearance is strikingly convenient. Diddy gets arrested, the FBI is digging for dirt, and suddenly, Oprah vanishes from public view. It's a sequence of events that's hard to ignore, and it only adds to the sense that something much bigger is at play. The deeper you dig into Oprah's past, the more it begins to look like her. Squeaky clean image might be nothing more than a polished facade. Theories have begun to swirl, especially after Homeland Security raided Diddy's properties. Some speculate they weren't just looking for paper trails, they might have been erasing digital evidence. Could Oprah have been involved in this? Hollywood is famous for its secrets, but this one might be too big to bury. The internet is relentless when it catches a whiff of scandal. And once it grabs hold of a story, it doesn't let go. Oprah may be a billionaire, but public opinion is one thing that even her wealth can't shield her from. And as a fugitive, that's not a good look for anyone, especially someone like Oprah. What's most unsettling is how far removed Oprah is from the comforting figure that people thought they knew. For decades, Oprah built her career as a voice of warmth, generosity, and wisdom. She was the one people turned to when they needed advice, entertainment, or a sense of connection. Now she's under the FBI's radar, and the reasons behind this investigation seem far more serious than a simple misunderstanding. The story is still developing, but each new piece of information makes it harder to believe in Oprah's innocence. There are allegations of involvement in human trafficking, of covering up incriminating evidence, and of fleeing the country to escape the law. None of these align with the Oprah that millions of fans have adored over the years. And perhaps that's the most troubling aspect. Maybe none of us ever really knew her at all. As the drama unfolds, it's becoming increasingly difficult to separate fact from fiction. If Oprah really is as innocent as she claims, then why the need to hide? Why would a woman who built her career on being open and relatable suddenly vanish? When things get tough, right now Oprah is somewhere far away, trying to stay out of reach while the FBI digs deeper into this mess. Maybe she's sipping cocktails on a private island, thinking she can lay low long enough for the storm to pass. But the FBI doesn't forget. And when they start investigating, they tend to find what they're looking for. Whatever the truth turns out to be, whether Oprah is truly the victim of a smear campaign or as guilty as the accusations suggest, one thing is clear. Oprah can no longer control the narrative. The days of simply sanitizing and distancing herself from controversy are over. The FBI doesn't care how many bestsellers Oprah has written or how many followers she has on social media. They care about evidence. And right now, it looks like they've got plenty. How did Oprah, once the face of generosity and philanthropy, end up in the crosshairs of an FBI investigation? For years, Oprah carefully curated her public persona as someone who could do no wrong. She built schools in Africa, helped those in need, and became a beacon of hope for millions. But behind that public image, it seems there were darker forces at work. When Diddy was arrested, a trove of secrets that were supposed to remain buried started to surface, and Oprah was allegedly tangled up in them. Reports suggest that Oprah was involved in covering up some of Diddy's most damaging activities, particularly those involving underage individuals. It's been claimed that Oprah spent millions of dollars acquiring and burying footage that could have destroyed the careers of several high-profile figures, including her own. In today's internet age, where every move is scrutinized, the public is demanding answers. Why did Oprah leave the country so suddenly? Was it an innocent vacation or was she fleeing from the law? Oprah's dismissive tweets denying the allegations have done little to quell the growing speculation. They come across as flippant, almost as if she believes a few words can erase the damage already done. But there's a big difference between dismissing baseless rumors and running away from an investigation. That's closing in on you. The public can sense when something doesn't add up. And in Oprah's case, nothing seems to make sense anymore. Let's talk about the tapes. A $75 million payout might sound absurd to most people, but for someone like Oprah, it's pocket change. So why would she spend such a sum on tapes, allegedly, involving illegal activities and compromising footage of celebrities? If these tapes were real, then owning them would be a way to control the narrative. To make sure nothing leaked, nothing that could damage her image or bring down her empire. Diddy's arrest meant the secrets were out, and the FBI now had direct access to the dirt that people like Oprah spent years and millions of dollars trying to bury. Oprah's decision to leave the country doesn't look like just a coincidence anymore. As the FBI continues its investigation, the pressure on Oprah is mounting. The internet and public opinion are relentless, and even her wealth can't shield her from the fallout. The questions are piling up. Why did she leave so suddenly? What was she trying to escape? And if she really was just trying to protect her image, how deep does this cover-up go? Oprah's carefully constructed empire of goodwill, warmth, and philanthropy is crumbling under the weight of these allegations. The truth, whatever it is, will eventually come out. Maybe Oprah is the victim of a smear campaign designed to bring her down, or maybe she's every bit as guilty as people are saying. Either way, the clock is ticking and the FBI is closing in. This drama is far from over. But one thing is clear. The Oprah Winfrey people thought they knew may never have existed at all.
I started to think about where would I most want to go. I should take all of you with me to the other side of the world.
The media frenzy surrounding Oprah Winfrey's sudden disappearance has been nothing short of predictable. People love a good scandal. And when the target is someone like Oprah, a woman who symbolized the American dream, it's impossible to ignore. Oprah rose from humble beginnings, built a massive media empire, and became beloved by millions. Now, however, a dark side to her success is emerging, and it's the kind of story that seems almost too shocking to be true. Allegations of intimate trafficking, cover-ups, and using her power to protect predators are being whispered across social media and news outlets. The ongoing FBI investigation and Oprah's sudden flight from the country have thrust her into an entirely new light. Oprah's influence has always been immense. From Hollywood A-listers to politicians, she's rubbed shoulders with some of the most powerful people in the world. This is what makes the current allegations so troubling. If Oprah was willing to use her influence to protect someone like Diddy, then who else has she protected and why? The deeper this story goes, the more it seems like we're only scratching the surface. If Oprah has been hiding these kinds of secrets, it's likely that others in her inner circle are involved too. Hollywood is built on connections, and once one domino falls, the rest are likely to follow. What's even more fascinating is how quickly Oprah's friends and allies have gone silent. In the past, whenever Oprah faced controversy, whether it was a minor hiccup or a major public debate, her supporters rallied behind her. They'd take to talk shows, social media, and interviews to defend her honor. But this time there's been nothing but silence. The usual chorus of celebrities defending her name is absent. It's as if they're all waiting to see how this plays out before deciding where their loyalties lie. And in Hollywood, silence speaks volumes. It's deafening in this case, because it suggests that Oprah's circle knows something serious is unfolding, and no one wants to be associated with someone under FBI investigation for crimes this severe. The idea that Oprah, the woman who became a symbol of hope and success for millions, could be involved in something so dark is hard for many to accept. But the signs have always been there. The extravagant lifestyle, the high-profile friendships, the untouchable aura, all of it points to someone who's grown accustomed to wielding power. When you're at the top, it's easy to think you're above the law. But as Oprah is now finding out, the law doesn't care about how many awards you've won or how many fans you have. It cares about justice. And if Oprah has indeed been involved in criminal activities, she'll have to face the consequences just like anyone else. The most chilling part of this whole saga is the possibility that Oprah has been hiding in plain sight for decades. It's a bitter pill for many of her fans to swallow. The idea that someone who's been publicly generous, kind, and a beacon of hope could be involved in something so dark. It's almost too much to handle. But maybe that's exactly why she's gotten away with it for so long. People don't want to believe their heroes are flawed. They want to believe in the fairy tale, the story of someone who rises from nothing to become a symbol of light and hope. But fairy tales aren't real, and sometimes the people we look up to are hiding things that we could never imagine. The FBI investigation is still ongoing, and it's likely that more information will surface in the coming weeks and months. But for now, all we can do is watch as the story unfolds. Oprah's flight from the country raises many questions, and until those questions are answered, the cloud of suspicion over her will only grow darker. Whether she's guilty or innocent, one thing is certain: Oprah's life will never be the same again. The public's trust is fragile, and once broken, it's almost impossible to repair. Oprah Winfrey, once America's sweetheart, is now a fugitive, and the world is watching her every move. This isn't just about Oprah, it's about power, influence, and the dark side of fame. It's about the lengths people will go to protect themselves and their empires. It's a reminder that no one, no matter how beloved, how powerful, is above the law. Oprah may have thought she could control the narrative. She may have believed that her wealth and influence could make this all disappear. But the truth has a way of coming out, and it seems that time might be running out for Oprah. Whether she's guilty or innocent, her decision to flee has already done irreparable damage to her reputation. And in the court of public opinion, that might be the harshest verdict of all. Oprah Winfrey, the queen of daytime talk and America's long-loved darling, hasn't exactly lived a scandal-free life. If the latest reports are anything to go by, she's gone full Houdini, reportedly fleeing the country. But let's not forget, this isn't Oprah's first rodeo with controversy. Her brand, once built on trust, book clubs, and tear-filled confessions, has seen its fair share of drama over the years. From lawsuits to awkward endorsements, Oprah has danced in and out of the limelight, navigating through mess after mess. But this time, she may be in deeper trouble than anyone could have predicted. Let's rewind to 1996, when Oprah found herself at the center of a controversial beef with Texas cattle ranchers over mad cow disease. Oprah's comment on her show that she couldn't stomach. Another burger set off a lawsuit from the beef industry, accusing her of defamation. The lawsuit dragged her to Amarillo, Texas, where the entire town seemed ready to take up pitchforks. Oprah wasn't found liable, but the damage was done. She walked away with her reputation bruised and her public image took a hit. How do you bounce back from being public enemy #1 in Texas? Oprah did it. But it wasn't without consequences. Fast forward to 2005, when Oprah made a bit of a misstep during a discussion about bedroom activities. What should have been another uplifting episode of her show turned into a controversial moment when Oprah described in detail certain intimate practices. The incident left parents shielding their children from the screen, frantically flipping the channels, and the FCC even got involved. Oprah, who had built her brand on being a trusted figure, suddenly became the center of complaints from outraged parents and advocacy groups. The idea of Oprah clashing with the government was the last thing her PR team wanted to deal with. Then came 2008, when Oprah made waves with her political leanings. Oprah had made no secret of her admiration for Barack Obama, but her decision to not invite Sarah Palin onto her show during the election sparked accusations of political bias. The criticism was intense. Oprah's image as a neutral, comforting figure started to crack as people saw her as a partisan player, rather than the apolitical figure they'd come to trust. It wasn't just about who Oprah supported. It was about her refusal to host a major political figure, and the public backlash was real. In 2009, Oprah found herself in more hot water with an even more bizarre moment, suggesting that mothers buy vibrators for their teenage daughters. This was not satire, Oprah really said that. The collective gasp from viewers and critics alike was deafening. Parents were outraged and advocacy groups were furious. Oprah's carefully curated maternal image, one that had comforted millions of viewers for decades, was suddenly in jeopardy. Giving out cars was one thing, but giving out intimate advice to teenagers crossed a line for many people. Speaking of questionable endorsements, Oprah's association with alternative medicine has been controversial at best. One of the most memorable moments was her promotion of Suzanne Summers and her hormone replacement therapy. Then, there was the time Oprah gave Jenny McCarthy a platform to promote anti-vaccine rhetoric. These were not Oprah's finest hours. While Oprah's brand has often been built on promoting self-improvement and empowerment, giving airtime to pseudoscience and dubious medical advice was a major misstep that tarnished her image. The current scandal, with its dark undercurrents and troubling allegations, is just the latest in a long history of Oprah navigating through controversy. But this time, the stakes are much higher. The FBI investigation is real, and it's delving into serious matters. The allegations of trafficking, cover-ups, and abuse are things that could bring down even the mightiest of empires. Oprah Winfrey's life, once a shining example of success and influence, is now hanging in the balance.
Like millions of people, I've struggled with my weight, and I've been shamed and ridiculed for it. Join me for a frank conversation about the medication.
Medical professionals criticized Oprah for promoting unproven ideas lacking scientific backing. But hey, ratings are ratings, right?
Her schoolgirl affectations and body movements. Like, okay, ready? Here it is. Like, okay. She raises herself off her chair. Like, I'm just really excited. I'm really excited about this. Okay.
You're so right.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something you haven't heard yet.
Yeah.
It's going to blow your...
Let's not forget some of the more bizarre moments in Oprah's career that have raised eyebrows and caused a stir over the years. One of the more infamous incidents came during her 2011 Australia tour, when Oprah made the unfortunate claim that Australians love their hip mouth, thanks to a McDonald's-sponsored segment on her show. The problem? Australians take their coffee culture very seriously. So, when Oprah suggested that the Aussie coffee scene was all about McDonald's, it struck a nerve. Australians, with their deep-rooted cafe culture, weren't impressed. It was like telling the French that their favorite meal is a Big Mac. The backlash was swift, and Oprah, despite her good intentions, had just annoyed the very people she was trying to charm. But hey, the checks from McDonald's must have looked pretty good, right? Then, in 2007, Oprah's leadership, Academy for Girls in South Africa, faced a scandal that quickly turned her dream project into a nightmare. A former dorm matron was accused of mistreating students, a development that devastated Oprah. She described it as the most devastating experience of her life, and it was certainly a public relations disaster. Here she was, trying to create a beacon of hope for young girls in need, only to have the project mired in scandal. Oprah, as always, had to face the cameras, apologize, and scramble to salvage what was left of her dream. It was a humbling reminder that even Oprah can't shield her projects from chaos. Fast forward to more recent years, and Oprah's long-term affiliation with weight loss culture came back to bite her in a big way. Her nearly decade-long involvement with Weight Watchers, now WW, seemed to be a perfect fit for the brand, given Oprah's image as a health-conscious, empowering figure. But in 2024, Oprah abruptly stepped away from the board and revealed that she had been using a weight loss substance herself. In a matter of weeks, Oprah went from promoting balanced health and wellness to endorsing a quick pharmaceutical fix. Fans felt betrayed. Oprah had spent years telling the world to work hard, eat right, and stay healthy, yet now, she was endorsing something that contradicted everything she had championed. Her about-face raised serious questions about her authenticity. Next, there's the ongoing tension with comedian Monique. Monique went on a tirade, calling Oprah raggedy and accusing her of betrayal. She claimed Oprah, along with other big Hollywood names, had blackballed her from the industry. The feud, which aired dirty laundry from Hollywood's behind the scenes, power struggles, caused fans to question Oprah's carefully crafted public persona. Was Oprah really the supportive mentor she portrayed herself to be, or was there a darker side to her Hollywood relationships? The Monique drama exposed a more cutthroat side to the entertainment industry, where power plays often hide beneath the surface. Adding to the list of critiques, Joe Rogan had some choice words for Oprah at the 2024 Democratic National Convention. He called out Oprah and Michelle Obama for their supposed hypocrisy, claiming they talked about income inequality while flaunting their massive fortunes. Rogan's critique hit a nerve with many, and it left people wondering how authentic could Oprah's speeches really be when she and other celebrities live in a world far removed from that of the average person. It was a major hit to Oprah's credibility. Her status as a champion for the people was starting to feel increasingly hollow to some. Then, there were the wild conspiracy theories. One of the most bizarre was the claim that Oprah was somehow involved in a global, intimate trafficking ring. While this was obviously false, the fact that it gained traction said a lot about how the public's perception of Oprah had shifted. When someone becomes as untouchable as Oprah once was, even the mere rumor of scandal can take on a life of its own. The very idea that Oprah could be involved in something so nefarious, despite the lack of evidence, underscored how fragile public perception can be. And who could forget when actress Rose McGowan blasted Oprah in 2021, accusing her of being fake and referencing her past ties to Harvey Weinstein? McGowan's remarks came at a pivotal moment, as the Me Too movement was still gaining momentum. Oprah had long been an outspoken critic of Weinstein, but McGowan and others questioned whether Oprah's past relationship with Weinstein had been more than just professional. Was Oprah simply unaware of Weinstein's actions, or was she complicit? The timing was disastrous for Oprah, and it put her squarely in the crosshairs of the Me Too movement. Now, with Oprah reportedly on the run amid an FBI investigation, the stakes have never been higher. Could Oprah really be fleeing from the law? Or is this just another bizarre twist in the latest celebrity scandal? Given her history, the public's interest is only intensifying, and people are eager to know the truth. Is Oprah guilty, or is this just another smear campaign? Whatever the outcome, one thing is clear. Oprah's carefully crafted public image will never be the same again. The world is watching, and her reputation, once seen as untouchable, is now under intense scrutiny. Whether this is the end of Oprah's empire, or just another chapter in her complex legacy, only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, she's no longer the untouchable icon she once was.